Patrick Buchanan. Don't throw out the brownie. Don't throw out the brownie. Contestant number 4, Patrick Buchanan.
Thank you, Madam Contest Master. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, I want you to take a trip with me, in your mind, to Sunday night. Maybe it's tonight. It's been a long weekend. Been running errands, doing chores for everybody except you, it seems. And now you've found some time to sit in your favorite chair with a nice blanket, a good book, and you've baked a nice big tray of warm brownies. You've got the best one in your hand. And in your other hand, a faithful tall glass of cold milk. Bite into that brownie and you can feel the chocolate moving up your gums. Your mouth is flooding with all that chocolatey goodness. And your taste buds are just screaming to be paired up with that milk. In one fell swoop, you take it, 3 big gulps on the last one, swish it around, make sure you get all the chocolate off your teeth, and then you realize the milk is sour. What happens next depends entirely on your ability to stay focused on the good thing, or whether or not you're going to let the nastiness of that milk define the entire experience. Now, if you're like me, you're going to eat that brownie. I don't care if that's a glass of hemlock, I'm eating that brownie. The simple solution is just go get something else to drink. The brownie was made for the milk, or the milk was made for the brownie. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Don't let the nastiness take away from the goodness. The funny thing is, we don't do that in our everyday lives. Every day we willingly drink glasses of sour milk, willingly, to the extent of gallons. The fear-mongering media every day bombards us with stories about economic crisis, and geopolitical tensions, and market volatility. And we pay them to poison us with this sour milk. The next day at work, our friends like to congregate around the water cooler and discuss these current events, seemingly to seem informed, but they're really just trying to alleviate their fear. You see, if they sense that you're afraid, it helps them make a little more sense about their own fear. But it's sour milk. Even our own family, the people that love us the most, can erode our confidence at the end of the day when they talk to us about the concerns that they had that transpired through their own day. Why wouldn't they? It's judgment-free. We're family. They can tell us anything. It's still sour milk. Folks, there's no doubt we have a lot of problems in the world, and don't tell my wife, but I'm not the smartest guy that you're going to meet. I can't figure out how to manage these problems or how to solve them. Heck, I can't even figure out how we got to where we're at today. But I can tell you one thing, and that's how we're going to restore our personal confidence in our own lives to get back on track so that we can have the future we wanted in the first place and move in a better direction. And it begins with 3 things. Each of us has to work on 3 things within the context of our own 4 walls of our home. Just 3 things. Faith, family, and finances. Are we living as good as we can as a family? Do the kids see mom and dad communicating affectionately and spending time with one another? Do mom and dad get date nights? Are they working on the bond of marriage that created the family in the first place? Do we sit down and have dinner with the kids and look for the teaching moments? Are we too busy trying to be friends with our kids and not leaders? Faith. What your faith is called is less important than the fact that you have faith and that you reflect upon it regularly. Faith is the glue that binds our decision-making to morals and ethics. And if we're not reflecting upon that, how will our children know the difference between right and wrong in a world that sends so many mixed messages? If you have a guiding light in your life, your family will have a guiding light in their life. Finances. Are we living within our means? It's stressful to live at or beyond our means. And it's not productive. It's distracting to faith and family. How can we teach our children the virtues of frugality and how to be charitable if we can't even squirrel away enough money for ourselves? And at the end of the day, if the doomsdayers are correct and our currency is worthless next year, what are you really worth anyway? Have you taken these three concepts and created a set of unifying values that defines your family and the community on family, faith, and finances? It's interesting that we don't do that on a daily basis because we think about it on a daily basis. At one point or another, we think about it. But we've got to learn to close the knowing-doing gap and move forward. And that starts with the four walls of your home. If we can focus on what's going on in our own houses, something miraculous will occur. Your neighbors will start to see a sense of confidence emanate from your home. A sense of calm in a time when there is no calm. And they'll want some of that. They'll want to figure out what's going on in the Buchanan house. Why aren't they freaked out about what's going on right now? And they'll pay attention. And they'll start working inside the four walls of their home. And the next thing you know, we've created a virus that we actually want. Maybe this is the pandemic that we've been waiting for. The pandemic of virtue and values that can be carried forward to solve some of the problems in our world today. I'm reminded of a story about a man who was busy on a complicated project, and his 5-year-old son kept coming in and disturbing him. He figured, I'm never going to get this done if I don't occupy my son. So he tore a picture out of a magazine that had a big picture of Earth and space on it. He ripped it up into 50 pieces, and gave his son a roll of Scotch tape and said, son, put this picture back together. And he went back to his project, and within a minute, the little boy had come back and said, Daddy, I'm done. The father looked down in astonishment and said, how did you do that? That's amazing. Well, Dad, it's easy. There's a picture of a man on the back. I put him together. You see, if you put the man together, you fix the world.